Welcome, guys, to another A-Town's pay-per-view reviews. Today we are doing Survivor Series 2017. Let's get right into it. So I'm just going to go to my notes here. The first match to start off the pay-per-view was the Shield versus the New Day. The Shield defeating the New Day, of course. This was an okay match, in my opinion, at least. I'm not really a big fan of the New Day, to be honest, but I like the Shield, but I like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose a little more. Not just because everybody hates Roman and I have to hate Roman, but it's mostly just because Roman kinda doesn't really have charisma, really, obviously compared to Seth and Dean, so it kinda doesn't make me drawn to him as a Seth and Dean would, but overall a decent match. New Day got a lot of offense to the Shield, which surprised me, but it kinda didn't at the same time because, I mean, arguably the two most over teams at this moment in the WWE. So again, I expected it, but I didn't expect it. But good match, and again, the Shield picking up the victory. I knew that was going to happen because, I mean, they got to keep making Roman look strong, so they're not going to have him take a pin, even if it's by the New Day. Surprise, though, Seth Rollins got the pin. Or was it? No, it was Dean Ambrose, I think, that got the pin. I forget, but I know it wasn't Roman, and I was just like, oh, whoa, Roman Reigns did not get the pin. That surprises the hell out of me. So again, decent match. So then, the second match is the Team Raw versus Team SmackDown match. And, of course, Team Raw defeated Team SmackDown, the sole survivor being Asuka. Very good booking here. It showed Asuka as a powerful force, although Nia didn't really look weak, but it made Asuka look strong, but Nia looking a little weak. And I mean, Asuka's obviously the big Goldberg type character here, but Nia Jax is almost 300 pounds and she's 6 feet, so she's not small. Asuka's small, but she has the power. But Nia is big, but they eliminate her kind of quick. I don't know, but it was good booking to save Asuka's character. They had Asuka eliminating three of the women. They had her eliminate Carmella, Tamina, and Natalya. Overall, very solid, very, very solid team match. I did not like how they eliminated Becky first, and I did not like how they eliminated Bayley at sort of fresh into the match. And I don't get why they gave up on Bayley. I do not understand, and I know why, because Bayley probably doesn't have the look, but like I always say, Bayley is a sleeper. You take that ponytail down, Bayley looks amazing for what she looks amazing for how they're portraying her, because it's like, oh, you're this, and oh, you're a loser, but she's actually pretty awesome, and she's likable. It's just that her promos need a little work. So, I mean, if she had really good promo, like Alexa quality promo, or just even Charlotte promo skills, she would be pushed. But I don't get why they gave up on her. But and Alicia botched her finish, which is quite noticeable, and then they take an Asuka. Asuka kicks Carmella's head clean off of her shoulders, pins her, and then it's down to Sasha and Asuka. Sasha getting eliminated, and then it's Tamina and Natalya versus Asuka. And I also really liked how Tamina got a little bit of a rub this match. Tamina's 40 years old, and she's getting noticed. I mean, Tamina had a lot of good spots in this match. I was really, really impressed with how they used Tamina in this match, but it overall really good. Really, really good. And again, Asuka being the sole survivor for Team Raw, so again, strong booking. They made Asuka look like a total monster, defeating Natalya and Tamina to become the sole survivor. She looked really good. Then we get into the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, versus the United States Champion, Baron Corbin. I like The Miz, and I like Baron Corbin sometimes. I don't like him in certain situations, but I like The Miz in almost every situation because The Miz is probably the best promo that they have right now. That's on the main roster. I'm going to count 205 Live separately because it is a different roster of talent. But obviously Enzo is the best promo that WWE has right now. But The Miz is easily second best promo in all of WWE when it comes to the men. And the best promo on the main roster right now. Not overall WWE, just for those people out there. I'm not saying he's better than The Rock or anybody, but The Miz on the current roster, amazing promo. But this match was Again, it was a throwaway. It was an average match. Baron Corbin defeated The Miz. Baron Corbin was kind of throwing things at Maurice, like, oh, this is what a real man looks like, and Miz was getting mad and things like that, and it was your generic throwaway match, just filler. They probably could have given the women's team a little more time. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think it would have been better if it was Sin Cara in Baron Corbin's place, because Baron Corbin, he's just not that good in the ring. Like, when it comes to putting on a really entertaining match. And it could have been The Miz, too. I mean, because Baron Corbin did put on a good match with Ty and AJ. So, again, it could have just been who his dance partner was. And maybe him and The Miz just don't mash well together. I don't know. But I did not like Baron Corbin in this match. And I found that him and Miz and Sin Cara would have had a lot better... Probably would have had a better match because they're similar size. I don't know. But Baron Corbin defeated The Miz. It was a throwaway match. It was alright. Then we get to the Raw Tag Team Champions, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Usos. Whoa, this match was really good. I didn't take to the Usos that much, but they're starting to win me over. I mean, and it wasn't because of their ability. It was just their character. It wasn't because they were a heel. It was just how they were carrying the character. I didn't really like it. I hated them. I found they were over the top at times, but they're starting to tone down a little bit more, or just a little bit, and they've caught my attention with the wrestling ability, and then now I've noticed that their character is not as exaggerated, I want to say. So I find that I'm starting to like them a little more. But this match was, whew, a lot of really good spots in it. Sheamus and Cesaro, really good workers. The Usos, really good workers. They have really good chemistry together, and I hate that the brand split's a thing, because these four in a feud would be awesome. The Usos defeated Sheamus and Cesaro, which I saw that coming, because the Usos are going to be going into a program with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, which is going to be really awesome. Those four are also really talented, so I like to see where that goes, but this match here, really good. Then we have the worst match of the card, is Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte. Charlotte defeating Alexa Bliss. But, wow, this... I did not like this match, and it's mostly because of my gripe with Alexa Bliss. I cannot stand Alexa Bliss, and it's not because she's a heel, it's because she's terrible in the ring. And it could be just because I've seen Charlotte and Asuka, Sasha, and Bayley. But, whoa, Alexa Bliss, the push she is getting, I do not understand. And like I reiterate to my point earlier, I don't know why they gave up on Bayley just for Alexa. It's like Bayley doesn't have the look and the promo, but she has leagues and leagues more wrestling skill in the ring than Alexa, but looks and promo prevail over skill. I wish Bayley was still the champion right now, because then we could have Asuka versus Bayley again in the future, or we could even have Sasha versus Bayley, one of them going heel. We could even have Alicia versus Bayley. That would probably be a good squash maybe for Bayley. I mean, Even Bayley versus Nia, maybe. I don't know, but Alexa Bliss, Charlotte should not have been in the ring with Alexa Bliss. They should have just kept Natalya as champ, maybe, and then have Charlotte maybe win it on a house show, but they had to get that cheap heat for Charlotte winning in her hometown. Charlotte tried her best to carry Alexa in this match, at least in my opinion, what I was seeing, and Charlotte could not save Alexa here. Alexa she just seems so out of place next to Charlotte in there, and the size discrepancy was enough, and there was few times in this match where I was really scared because they kept doing that turnbuckle spot, which they keep doing, and it drives me crazy. That turnbuckle finish that a lot of wrestlers are doing, but Alexa is common for this. She does the turnbuckle finish and then does a DDT and then wins. She did that, and I thought she was going to win. Charlotte got her foot on the rope. It was excellent. And Charlotte winning with the figure 8, perfect. But do not put these two in the ring again until Alexa gets a little better. Please. This match was bad, in my opinion anyway. So in my opinion, it was the worst match of the card. Then we get to the co-main event, the best match on the card, AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. If you don't think that AJ Styles is the greatest wrestler on the planet right now, greatest male wrestler on the planet right now, then I suggest that you snap back to reality, because AJ Styles is amazing, and he is the greatest male wrestler on the planet, probably next to Kenny Omega, but if Brock Lesnar didn't look like a monster already, AJ Styles sure made him look like something you do not want to mess with. And I mean, he kind of proved that with Braun Strowman. But AJ Styles, he made Brock look so good in this match. Like, there would be times where Brock just, first of all, he opened the match. Brock Lesnar just threw AJ Styles all over the place. It looked like AJ Styles had no chance in hell. And I was saying to myself, this is not good in the situation where you do not want to make AJ look weak as a champion, because he had just won it 2 weeks prior to this event. And I don't know, I kind of had a feeling, I was like, these guys, they're making AJ look weak, and this isn't good, because then that means, oh, Jinder's just going to come in, beat him again. And then AJ turned around, and he turned the match around, and it looked like AJ was going to win. He hit Brock Lesnar with everything he could. He hit him with the 450 splash, the phenomenal forearm on the outside, the phenomenal forearm on the inside. Brock Lesnar was just too strong, and he overcame everything. Then he hit him with one F5 and won. I mean, I hate that one F5 finish, but even AJ Styles can't kick out of one, because they want good old Roman Reigns to kick out at one F5. And that is infuriating, but holy smokes, I had people saying, oh, I wanted to see, I bet you AJ Styles is going to put on a good match with him. Wrong. AJ Styles can put on a good match with almost anyone, and even Brock Lesnar selling in this was a holy smoke. Brock Lesnar, it made Brock Lesnar look human, like the way that they made him suplex Braun and just basically pin Braun, 1F5, put Braun down, and it was like AJ might beat Brock here, and Brock was screaming when AJ put him in a calf crusher, and and to me it was like, this is a good spot because it makes Brock Lesnar look human, but it also made me say, well, what's Roman going to do to him? Because obviously Roman's bigger than AJ in size, so Roman Reigns should be able to damage Brock more, right? But I don't know how they're going to do that match, but this match, good luck finding a better Brock Lesnar match this year than this one, because you probably will not find it. A lot of people said the WrestleMania match was incredible. I didn't really see it yet, but I've seen little bits of it, but I'm going to have to go back and watch that. But this match here, in my opinion, from the 3 that I've seen this year, the Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and this one, this was easily my favorite one. And props to AJ Styles for putting on the match that he did, because, wow, it stole the show easily. My favorite match. And, of course, Brock Lesnar beat AJ Styles, because Good old Roman's going to beat him at WrestleMania. Oh, I'm so annoyed with that. Then we get down to Team Raw versus Team SmackDown for the main event of Survivor Series. Team Raw prevailing. This match was not that great due to the outcome. The outcome put the whole match down, and it was infuriating. It was really infuriating. It was like, Survivor Series could have been a lot better than what it was. In my opinion, I would have... I'm going to say that at the end of the video. But this match here. So we have Team Raw, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman versus the SmackDown team. Shane McMahon, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, and John Cena. You'd think the SmackDown team would win, right? Because John Cena and Randy Orton on the same team? No. Raw team prevailed because of the king with the golden shovel, Triple H. I couldn't believe the outcome of the match. They started off with a lot of cool not segments, but a lot of cool moments where you would have one superstar in there, and then people would be chanting for one of the wrestlers to get tagged in, and then they would tag them in. So it was almost like at that time, at the beginning of the match, everyone was sort of a babyface because they were giving the crowd what they wanted. So when Shinsuke got tagged in, everyone chanted, Finn, Finn, Finn. Or no, when Finn was tagged in, they were all chanting Nakamura. They tagged in Nakamura. Big pop, because it was a great thing to see Shinsuke versus Finn Balor. Like, who doesn't want to see that? Even right now, that would have been a better match, honestly, than this 5-on-5 match. But that's here or there. Then they had Triple H in, and they chanted, Rude, Rude, Rude. They tagged in Bobby Roode. Big pop. They had Randy Orton and Samoa Joe. Good, decent pop. Not as big as Finn Balor and Shinsuke, obviously, but good pop. Then they had, there was another one. I forget the other one. But yeah, there was a lot of cool moments like that, and I thought this whole match, like, there's no way this match can be bad, right? And then the middle of the match is when it was getting rocky, because then they eliminated Shinsuke, they eliminate Bobby Roode, they eliminate Finn Balor, they eliminate Samoa Joe, and it's just, what's going on? They eliminate all those people, then they eliminate John Cena. Then I was just like, oh god, this isn't good. This isn't good. It was down to Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Braun Strowman on Team Raw, with Shane McMahon and Randy Orton on Team SmackDown. And it's only WWE where the McMahons have to make it about themselves, right? Forget the new talent coming up. I mean, they're not important. Shinsuke Nakamura, not important. Bobby Roode, not important. It was infuriating. It really was. And it shocked me that John Cena took a pin, too, like that early. I thought he was going to be the sole survivor, but nope. Good old Shane McMahon has to be the sole survivor on his team. And so we get to that. It's just Shane McMahon as the last member on his team versus Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman. Triple H is in there. Or no, Kurt Angle's in there. And then Triple H comes in, pedigrees Kurt, puts Shane on top of Kurt to pin him. So it's like, Triple H is doing a turn here. Why is he turning on his team? Braun Strowman is confused. He's just... The look he gave him, he was figuring out... It's like he was figuring out how to do calculus, and he can't really do it. So he was just... It's like he was... What the hell's going on? And then I was just sitting in my seat like... What? I honestly... And this is me being stupid. I was just like, CM Punk's going to come out. You watch. No hype about him. It's going to be a pure surprise. And nope, there was nothing of that sort. It was Triple H turning on Raw. Then he picks up Shane. He's like, yeah, you okay? You okay, Shane? Then he just pedigrees Shane. And then he takes the pin. Like... Only the McMahons make it about themselves. Like, oh my god, it was the most anticlimactic ending to a pay-per-view Next to Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. That main event was dog shit, but this one, ooh, it was so lackluster. But in the irony of when you go back to when Triple H was going on about, I'm so sick of has-beens in the ring, this is why I'm over in NXT bringing up new talent. He needs to watch his own event because he's the one who took the win over Finn Balor and Braun Strowman. Triple H was the one who got the pin and won. But yet, he's tired of has-beens, right? Unless it's him. But, oh man, this was not a good ending. The beginning, it started out so fresh, and it just went downhill from there. I did not like this match at all. I think that having the women's three-way would have been a better ending than this. If the matches went the same, if you watched both matches, got to go back in time and rearrange the order, easily the women's match would have ended the show. Because this was not that good due to the hype that was built around it. Wow. So, overall, my opinion, now this is how I would have booked it, personally. I'm just looking at my notes here. If I was to book this pay-per-view personally, the matches that I would have made, I would have booked AJ Balor 2. Easy. And I would have booked maybe Demon Balor versus AJ. But probably not. No, I would have booked Human Finn versus AJ Styles. And that way AJ could get the win. That way it would have been 1-1, just to protect the Demon a little bit in case they decide to put AJ versus Brock. Then you could have in case they do Finn versus Brock, that way you could have Demon Finn beat Brock and kind of make Brock still look strong because it was the Demon. And I would have booked Shield and Authors of Pain. Hear me out here. I would have booked Shield and Authors of Pain getting a call-up versus The New Day and The Bar. I would have booked that match, too, as a team match. I would have booked Asuka versus Charlotte right off the bat, because we all know what happened with Sting versus Undertaker. We never got it. Instead, we got Triple H versus Sting, who then Triple H beat Sting, and then Seth Rollins retired Sting. So, nip that in the bud right away. They could easily have Asuka and Charlotte at Survivor Series. They could have. And they could have had that build up to Survivor Series, because it was a brand versus brand, so maybe the go-homes of each week, they could have interfered with each other's matches, and that's like, okay, it's going to be so intense. The two best female wrestlers could go head-to-head. And it's Survivor Series, so they could get away with it. And then I probably would have booked, for a Brock match, since AJ and Finn are going at it again, I probably would have booked not Brock Finn, because Finn's already in a match. I don't know who I would have booked for Brock, honestly. I probably would have just kept Brock versus Jinder. I mean, Jinder could stand a squash. I mean, if with that event, Brock and Jinder wouldn't have even been a factor to people not going to the event or ordering the event or getting the network, because they would have got to see Finn and AJ too, and they would have gotten to see the Shield and Authors of Pain getting their call up versus New Day and The Bar. That would have been awesome. And then Asuka and Charlotte. So I think I already said that. No, I did not. And Asuka and Charlotte. So those three matches, and that doesn't include the men's 5-on-5 and the women's 5-on-5, and it doesn't include a possible filler match before then too. So I don't know. I think that would have been a better booked Survivor Series, but hey, that's beyond me. So overall, if I was going to rate this show, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5, maybe. I can't give it any higher than that. I mean, it was kind of built, it's a big 4 show, and it was the worst out of the 4 shows. It really was. I mean, it would probably, from best to worst, it would be WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, then Survivor Series. I mean, Survivor Series wasn't what it was hyped to be. So 3 out of 5 is my score for Survivor Series 2017. So I hope you guys enjoyed this pay-per-view review. I will be back with Clash of Champions, of course, in December 17th. And, of course, I will be gracing my Facebook fan page, WWE Fanatics. If you have not checked that out, the link will be in the description. All the news and everything's there, WWE related, WWE 2K news, WWE news in general, and of course NXT news. And I will be keeping updates on NXT as well. And I will try to do Raw and SmackDown news during the week, and I might even include an NXT news segment video in the week as well. Who knows? I'll just upload when I upload, and I will give the further details there. So, in conclusion of the 3 out of 5 for Survivor Series 2017, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you liked this video. Hit the subscribe if you liked it also, because you guys already know we like to keep it all the way G. See you guys later.